So today I'm going to discuss with you all about duplication. Now you all know about duplication, that duplication simply means presence of an additional chromosome segment in a nucleus. Okay. So it simply means presence of an additional chromosome segment within the nucleus. Now what it is saying that in a diploid organism in a diploid organism, presence of a chromosome segment more than two copies. That means the two copies are found in homologous chromosomes. One set comes from father, one set comes from mother. But if there is more than two copies of that particular chromosome segment, or if the whole chromosome is present, that is called as duplication. If a whole chromosome is present, that is called as aneuploidy conditions. But if there is extra chromosome segment present, more than two copies, that is known as duplication. Now that extra chromosome segment, depending on at what position it remains, if the extra chromosome segment located immediately after the normal segment and precisely in the same orientation, that means the sequence are accurately the same, not reverse order. If that extra chromosome segment is located just after the normal segment, that is known as tandem duplication. So if I show you the diagram of tandem duplication, it will be look like this. This is the chromosome long arm and short arm. The center is your centromere, and the sequence A, B, C, D, B, C, D. So you can see that I have repeatedly written the BCD region twice, one after another. That is called as tandem duplication. E, F, G, H, I. So this type of duplication is called tandem duplication, where the additional chromosome segment is located just after the normal segment. This segment is located just after the normal segment, that is BCD here. Okay, so this is called as tandem duplication. Now it is saying here that when the gene sequence in the extra segment of a tandem duplication is in the reverse order, that means right next to the normal chromosome segment, an additional chromosome segment is present within the same chromosome, but that additional chromosome segment is in the reverse orientation, means inverse or orientation, and instead of having CDE there is EDC, that is it is inverted. That type of duplication is called reverse tandem duplication. So it simply means that instead of having CDE there will be EDC, reverse order. Like for example, if I draw, if this is your chromosome, long arm, short arm, and these are your sequences A, B, C, D, D, C. Okay, so the duplicated segment is just located after the normal segment, but in the reverse order. Instead of having CD, it is having DC. Okay, This type of duplication is called reverse tandem duplication. Duplicated segment is located just after the normal segment, but it is located in the reverse orientation. There are also other types of duplication as well, like displaced duplication. In some cases, the extra segment may be located in the same chromosome but away from the normal segment. That type of duplication is called displaced duplication. That means the duplicated segment is located within the same chromosome but not immediately after the normal segment. That type of duplication is called displaced duplication. You can able to imagine what I mean to say. If this is your chromosome, I have said before also briefly in the first class of structural changes in chromosome, A, B, C, D, E, D, C. Not D, C, it will be C, D. It will be C, D. C, D, E, F. So you can see the CDE segment has been repeated, but not immediately after the normal segment. Okay, not immediately after the no, not immediately after the segment. Okay, that's why it is called displaced duplication, because the displaced segment is far away from the normal segment. And another type of duplication is called translocation duplication. It is just like a translocation when we will study the simple translocation, where the additional chromosome segment is located in a non-homologous chromosome, in a different chromosome. Like for example, there is a two chromosome A B C D E F G H I J K L, that is another segment of a chromosome, and there is P Q R S T U V W X. Now the segment CDE is being shifted, is being that extra chromosome segment of CDE has been translocated and moved to a different non-homologous chromosome. That type of duplication is called translocation duplication. Okay, like for, if I show you the diagram, uh, this is the normal chromosome A B C D E F G H I. Now this segment CDE has been duplicated somewhere, has been duplicated, and it is placed, that duplicated segment is placed on a non-homologous chromosome. So I am drawing the non-homologous chromosome in a different color. Okay, P Q R, there comes the segment, the extra chromosome segment from different non-homologous chromosome, CDE STUVWX. So this type of duplication, where the extra segment is located, extra segment located in a non-homologous chromosome, because they are not same, these two are non-homologous. Okay, so that's why if that extra segment is located in a non-homologous chromosome, that type of duplication is called your translocation duplication. Okay, so this was about some of the types of duplication. Now sometimes what happen, occasionally this additional segment may be present as extracentric fragment, that is the fragment having centromere. In such cases, the somatic chromosome number will be 2n plus 1. What does it mean? So it is saying that occasionally the additional segment present as an extra centric fragment. Sometimes the additional segment may contain an extra centromere. Okay, and in such cases the somatic chromosomes number will be 2n plus 1, just like you see in aneuploid condition, where change in the chromosome number occurs, either addition of a chromosome or loss of a chromosome from the sets of chromosomes. So that additional segment, that if may contain centromere, if they contain the centric fragment, that means having the centromere, then you can place them as an extra chromosome. That duplicate segment can be regarded as an extra mini chromosome, or not mini, micro chromosome. Okay, because they are having centromere, so we can make them as a extra chromosome also. Now, what is the cause of duplications? What are the cause of duplications? In a previous video I have said the cause of deletions as well. Various causes are there, and some of the causes I want to mention it here in this lecture. So it is saying that the mechanism that could generate duplication are as follows. First cause is chromosome breakage and reunion of chromosome segment with its not with its homologous chromosome. So due to chromosome breakage and reunion of a chromosome segment with its homologous chromosome, that result in one of the two homolog involved in the production of duplication will have a deficiency, while the other will have a duplication for that concerned segment. Again, I repeat, due to chromosome breakage and reunion of segment, what segment? Chromosome segment with its homologous chromosome. What happened due to breakage of chromosome and reunion of chromosome with its homologous chromosome, that result in one of the two homologous chromosome will be involved in the production of duplication, will have a deficiency, while the other one will have a duplication for that concerned segment. Okay, so what does it mean? If I show you the diagram here by zooming in, I think you can able to see. So these two are the homologous chromosomes. It's simplified diagram having the sequence A, B, C, D on one hand, in other hand E, F, G, H. So the homologous chromosome will obviously will be same here also, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now what happened, according to the theory that has saying, due to chromosome breakage, so breakage occurs within the homologous chromosome. Here the breakage occurs between the B and C of one of the chromosomes from the homologous pair of chromosomes. As a result, this breakage will reunite again. Okay, with its homologous chromosome, this BC segment will reunite. So you can see the BC has been reunited here again with its another homologous, the chromosome which is in the bottom part. Both are homologous pair of chromosome, so it is reuniting with its homologous pair. As a result, what happened, one of the homologous pair of the chromosomes will have a deletion, while the another chromosome from that same homologous pair will have a duplication for that concerned gene segment. Okay, so this is the thing that they want to say. Okay, you can see BC has been repeated twice because the first chromosome from that homologous pair of chromosomes, that BC fragment has been breakage occurs and it reunites, but it unites with its homologous pair of chromosome, that leads to deletion in one of the chromosome from that homologous pair, and again duplication from that same homologous pair of chromosomes, right? So this is the first cause, breakage and reunion of the chromosome segment with its homologous chromosome. And why does it occur in this way? This occur due to one reason, due to misalignment, or you can say due to alignment incorrect alignment of homologous chromosome of your, I am writing HC of homologous chromosome during your crossing over, that occurs during the meiosis stage of cell cycle, that you know. So due to incorrect alignment or proper pairing or proper positioning of the segments of the chromosome during pairing of the homologous chromosome, due to this incorrect alignment, this type of duplications and as well as deletions occur within the cell. So this is the first cause of duplication. I hope you have understood this one. Second cause of your duplication is your unequal crossing over, obviously, due to the breakage and reunion of the chromosome, and during unequal crossing over, it can also leads to duplication. And this occurs when pairing occurs between the homologous chromosome in such region which are out of register. That means they are paired out of alignment, they have not aligned properly, they have aligned in an improper way. If this is the chromosome, alignment means what? Alignment means what? Two chromosomes will align side by side properly, but in incorrect alignment, they are aligning in an improper way, like this. I have just drawn two lines which shows incorrect alignment of the chromosomes. One chromosome, two chromosomes. The homologous pair of chromosomes have paired but in an incorrect manner. That's why this type of unequal crossing over will occur, and due to which what happened during meiosis, it leads to your deletion in one of the chromosomes from that homologous pair of chromosomes, as well as duplications within that homologous pair of chromosomes. So simply unequal crossing over leads to duplication, and this occurs when pairing occurs between the homologous chromosome in the regions which are out of register. That means they paired out of their alignment, and thus after crossing over they will follow the recombination or crossing overs. One chromosome will lose the DNA sequence, whereas the homologous chromosome will gain the sequence which are lost by the first chromosome from that homologous pair. So due to misalignment, due to improper alignment of the chromosome, one chromosome will lose the DNA sequences. That means they will having a deletion. One of the chromosome from that homologous pair will have a deletion, while its homolog chromosome will gain that additional DNA sequence which are lost by the first chromosome from that homologous pair. So due to this misalignment, this type of thing can occur. Misalignment of chromosome simply means incorrect arrangement or position of the chromosomes. So by figure, I think, by diagram, I think you can able to understand. Okay, I'm going to the diagram first. If you're not able to understand, then I will go with my diagram. I will write here. Okay, I will draw it here. So as you can see that these are the two homologous chromosomes. These are the two homologous chromosomes having the same sequences. You can see here A, B, C, D, E. Then comes a centromere and then F. Okay, so this is almostly an acrocentric chromosome having a one shorter arm, very much short, and one longer arm. So what happen what happen if you see incorrect alignment? If incorrect alignment occurs between the chromosomes, that means here the crossing over is occurring, here the crossing over is occurring within this site, okay, within this site and this site, then due to misalignment, they have aligned in such a way that crossing over take place in this region, crossing over take place within these sites. So what will happen? What will happen? You can see there crossing over has taken place here, and due to which then recombination will occur as a result during when we progress through the meiosis. So after crossing over, what will happen? You see these are the four uh, chromosomes that, so the result is after crossing over we get two unequal chromosome. If I see from here, okay, let us see the first chromosome. The first chromosome is okay, this is the first chromosome. This is okay because it is not involved in crossing over. A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is okay. This chromosome is okay. Okay, yes, it is not involved in the crossing over. This arm of chromosome, this part of chromosome. Okay, the second chromosome, if I say A, B, okay, then crossing over has occurred. Okay, as the crossing over has occurred between BC of one homolog chromosome with the CD. Okay, if I see the previous picture, if you will see that the crossing over has occurred between the BC region of that one chromosome from that homologous pair of chromosome and with CD region, between CD region. That's why what happened, there will be missing of the C fragment, there will be missing of the fragment containing the C sequence. So you can see here, you can see here it becomes what, A, B, then comes D, E, F, E, F. So there is a missing of C. C is not there. Okay, C is missing, whereas additional C segment will be present on the third chromosome, okay, which is involved. Let us see, A, B, then C, then again C, from the first chromosome from that homologous pair, D, E, F. Okay, so you can see here, due to misalignment what problem occurs, unequal crossing over occurs, and due to which one of the chromosomes from that homologous pair lost a segment. Here C segment has been lost, while the other chromosome pair other chromosome from that same homologous pair of chromosomes will gain that segment C. So you can see a C has been gained here. Okay, and the last chromosome is not involved in the crossing over, so it remains same. Okay, so this was about the uh, how unequal crossing over leads to your duplication, okay, and also leads to deletion. Okay, okay. So normally unequal crossing over is mainly favored in those regions that contain tandemly repeated sequence. Now why this type of unequal crossing over occurs? It is saying that this type of unequal crossing over is favored mostly possible in those regions which contain tandemly repeated sequence. That means we have certain regions where a tandemly repeated sequence are occurring, like we have CG trinucleotide repeat. We have this CG sequence sometimes repeatedly occurring right next to each other within the chromosomes at certain regions. Okay, then other regions are also there, GATC regions, which has been repeated. So this type of tandemly repeated sequence, that means the sequence which are found right next to each other, this type of repeated sequence can leads to unequal crossing over. Okay, and the rate of unequal crossing over will increase with the number of repeated sequence around the duplications. as these repeated sequence will pair together, allowing for the mismatch in crossover point to occur. So it is saying that this rate of unequal crossing over will increase with the number of repeated sequence. So in my own terms, that I can say that this unequal crossing over, I'm writing CO, okay, is directly proportional with the number of repeated sequences. Number of repeated sequences. So it simply means if there is more number of repeated sequence, the rate of unequal crossing over will be increased. That leads to more deletions and duplications within the homologous pair of chromosomes. Okay, I think you have understood this point that I want to say. Okay, coming to the next page now. So it is saying that uh, now here the name has been given bar I phenotype in Drosophila. What does it mean? It is saying that sometimes duplications of certain genetic regions may produce some specific phenotype. So there are some specific regions. If those specific regions within the chromosome are going to be duplicated, some specific phenotypic features can be observed. Some specific characteristics can be observed. And one of the example of that specific phenotypes that occurs as a result of duplication is your this bar I phenotype in Drosophila. Okay. Now, what does this bar I phenotype means? For that reason, we have to know two or three terms, because bar I here refers to the I part. Okay. Normally, insects, if I zoom in, you can see here. Normally, insects and crustacean, they have a compound eye, not like us. Insects and crustaceans have a compound eye, and a compound eye may contain thousands of omatidia. It contains thousands of omatidia. Okay, omatidia are the tiny independent photoreceptor cells, you can say. Okay, omatidia are tiny independent photoreception units which consist of cornea, lens, and photoreceptor cells which distinguish the brightness and color. So all insects and crustacean, they have a compound eye, and compound eye is made up of thousands of omatidia. Omatidia are tiny independent photoreception units. Omatidia are tiny independent photoreception units, and these photoreception units, this omatidia consist of cornea, it consists of lens, it consists of photoreceptor cells, which will distinguish the brightness and color of the eye. And each omatidia has a hexagonal face. If you see the structure of omatidia, it has a hexagonal face which together forms the surface of the compound eye. An individual omatidia is called omatidium, and the face of omatidium, which is hexagonal, that face is called facet. Facet. So facet are small eyes. In your simple words, facets are small eyes that make up your compound eye, right? Or each ommatidium, they have a surface, they have a hexagonal face, that is called as facet, and this facet together makes your compound eye. So I think you have understood about this compound eye, because the term I'm going to use is facet. So it is saying that the wild type fruit fly, the name of the fruit fly scientific name is Drosophila melanogaster. So wild type fruit fly has 800 facets in each eye. So within each eye, there are about 800 facets, which are the small eyes that make up the compound eye of Drosophila. So it contains in each eye about 800 facets. Okay, so what's the problem? Now, this bar homozygote, when the bar eye phenomenon, if it is a homozygote phenomenon, homozygote means homozygote means the bar eye phenotype is present on both the chromosomes, both maternal and paternal. Okay, that's why it is saying homozygote. So the bar homozygote has about 70 arranged as 20 to 120 facets. So this bar homozygote, that means the gene responsible for the bar eye phenotype, is found on both the chromosomes, both on the maternal as well as on the paternal chromosome. That's why in both sides I have written B, capital B, for the bar bar I phenotype. Okay, and the allele responsible for that bar I phenotype. So this bar homozygote will have about 70 facets, and they vary from 20 to 120. Bar eye Drosophila have a narrow slit-like eyes due to reduction of the number of eye facets. So those who are bar-eyed, they have narrow slit-like eyes. Narrow slit means, if this is your compound eye, if I divide this, the remaining part is the slit part. If more I divide this, more smaller slit-like structures of the eye will be formed. These are the slits. So this type of eye will be observed in bar eye, those who have this bar eye phenotype features. So generally, the bar homozygote, those who have a responsible for the bar eye phenotype, the alleles responsible for the bar eye phenotype, represented by capital B here, they have about 70 facets in each eye. But increase in the number of this bar allele will leads to decrease in the number of facets as well. So if there is increase in the number of bar allele, there will be decrease in the number of eye facets. That's why here comes the duplication part. More increase in this bar allele, less will be the number of facets, and thus we can able to observe characteristic features of the eye pattern in Drosophila. The structure of eye in Drosophila will become more slit, more longitudinal in shape. Okay, so there is another allele called double bar. In double bar, you can see that in each chromosome, two alleles for the bar phenotype is present. So this double bar sometimes refers to as ultra bar. It brings the facet number of the eye color down to about 45 when heterozygous, and in homozygous condition it will reduce to 25. That means the allele responsible for the bar phenotype, when in each of the homologous chromosomes, in each of the chromosomes from that homologous pair of chromosome, if one bar I allele is present, then the number of facets, that is a small I, gives you 70. Okay, that's good. But if this allele is repeated twice within the same chromosome as a result of duplication. That means if it becomes ultra bar, that means in each chromosome you have two bar I alleles. Okay. Now in heterozygous condition, that means if one of the chromosomes have uh, your 2 bar I allele and in another chromosome there is only 1 bar I allele, then it is saying that the number of facets, that is the small I, which is called ommatidium, will be reduced to 45. And if both of the chromosomes from the homologous pair of chromosomes have extra allele for that bar I feature, then the number of facets will reduce more to 25. So 25 will be present facets in each eye. So the structure of eye will be slit like structure, very much slit like structure, like this. Okay. So with the increasing number of bar I allele, there will be decrease in the number of facets, which are the small I that makes your compound I. Now this was actually observed by the famous scientist Alfred Sturtevant in 1925, and he have found that in every Drosophila fly, crossover has occurred between the loci means locations, on either side of the bar locus. He suggested that change to double bar was due to unequal crossing over. So due to unequal crossing over, double bar feature comes into play. And double bar is one where the homologous chromosomes will have two bar I allele present in each chromosome instead of having one bar I allele. And it was found that bar is a duplication of several bands in the 16A region of the X chromosome. So there is a region in the X chromosome called 16A. If this 16A region is repeated as a result of unequal crossing over, that 16A region has the bar I feature. More 16A region in the X chromosome, more duplicated regions of 16A in the X chromosome, more bar I feature will be observed. Double bar is a triplication of the segment 16A, 16A, 16A. So you can see here, let us see. So this is the two chromosome. The two chromosome has not been shown properly first. Thus I have shown just unequal crossing over. Okay, I'm writing the two chromosomes. Suppose this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome from that homologous pair of chromosome, and both of them have this 16A region. Both of them has this 16A region. These are the 16A region. Now what happened as a result of unequal crossing over? Look at this diagram now. As a result of unequal crossing over, what happened? One of the chromosome will get the two 16A regions. That means duplication occurs. Here it is. While the other chromosome will not get that 16A region. And 16A region is strongly um, leads to your bar feature. Okay, bar I phenotype feature. So it leads to bar, and this one is deleted X chromosome. You can see here. More to go. If this bar duplicated chromosome again in homologous pairing of chromosome due to misalignment, if more unequal crossing over occurs, as you can see here, they are unequally crossing over between the other homologous within the homologous chromosome, that leads to ultra bar like phenotype. While this, the lower one is the normal X chromosome, which has only one 16A region that have that bar I phenotype feature. So due to unequal crossing over as a result of misalignment of chromosome, it leads to this type of feature. Okay, a position effect. It has also been saying that a position effect also occurs in the bar system. A bar homozygote and double bar, or you can say wild type heterozygote, both have 4 copies of 16A region. So those who have this double bar feature, or those who have this bar homozygote, that means in both the chromosomes bar features is present, they can have these 4 copies of 16A region. That means more will be reduction in the number of facets, the number of small eyes that makes your compound eye. It would be reasonable to expect that both genotypes would be producing the same phenotype. However, bar homozygote has about 70 facets in each eye, whereas heterozygotes will have about 45 facets who are ultra bar. So this is the diagram, that's the statistics diagram that I have tried to show you. Let's study each of them. So this is the X chromosome, as you can see. Okay, so those who have this 16A region on the homologous pair of chromosomes, one at a time, which is the normal condition, that will produce normal number of facets, and the eye will be simple oval in shape, as we see in fruit fly eye. However, if the 16A region is repeated, if the 16A region is repeated within the chromosomes from that homologous pair of chromosome, it leads to bar eye feature more strongly. So you can see heterozygous bar eye has been said. That means it simply means that one of the chromosome have this 2 times repeated 16A region. As a result of unequal crossing over, duplication has been occurred. On the other chromosome, only one 16A region is present. So one chromosome has been duplicated, that leads to heterozygous bar eye. And simply due to presence of this extra 16A region, the number of eye facets see so much reduced, 358. So overexpression of the gene is dangerous. Then comes the homozygous bar eye, where both of the chromosomes have twice this 16A region repeated. That leads to homozygous bar eye. See, more 16A region leads to again more reduction in the number of facets, due to which the structure of the eye get reduced, because the number of facets are going to be decreased, and that makes your compound eye of insects, as I have said, the ommatidium is getting reduced. If more 16A region is present, you can see one chromosome of that homologous pair of chromosome 3 times 16A region is present. Okay, that leads to heterozygous ultra bar, which is double bar, and that leads to more reduction in the number of facets, as well as the structure of eye is going to be slit like in structure. This is an exceptional case. 16A region is repeated thrice, 3 times it has been repeated in each of the chromosomes from that homologous pair of chromosome, and that leads to homozygous ultrabar. And see, so much reduction in the number of facets, which leads to more slit like eyes. So this type of things you can observe, some unusual phenotype can observe if extra chromosome fragment is present in the homologous chromosomes. So this is one usual feature that you can see, the bar eye phenotype in Drosophila. This example, if questions get, this can give you in your exams. If you are going for MCQ pattern, this type of feature can be mentioned by giving a diagram and giving an MCQ question based on this. Okay. Next come the cytology part. Cytology means, just like I have said about deletions, that how in case of duplications we can able to observe them cytologically, how we can practically we can observe these that yes, this cell as having duplications. At what region we cannot say, but at what chromosomes we can able to understand by doing proper karyotype analysis, by proper alignment of the chromosomes respectively, and then we can study. So it is saying that larger duplications can be observed due to presence of loops formed by the duplicated segment during the packaging stage. So large duplications can be seen. You can observe the large duplications due to the presence of loops formed by the duplicated segment during packaging stage, because they want to pair with its homologous chromosome, and for that reason loops will occur. Just like in case of deletion, the in deletion heterozygotes, one of the chromosome from that homologous pair as having deleted segment, other chromosome is normal, so the other chromosome will try to form a compensation loop in order to align with its deleted chromosome pair from that homologous chromosome. Similarly, here also loop is being formed, that can be seen especially in the packaging stage, because at that time your crossing over will take place, alignment will take place. In the case of terminal reverse tandem duplication, that means the duplicated segment found in the reverse order of or after the normal segment, the affected of the duplicated chromosome may fold back and may pair. So if, again I repeat, if there is terminal reverse tandem duplication, the affected end of the duplicated chromosome, they fold back on itself, and they can pair either with the additional segment of the same chromosome or with the corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome. So this has to be remembered. If the chromosome is having reverse tandem duplication, or it is written here reverse tandem repeats, the affected end of the duplicated chromosome, they will fold back and will try to pair with the additional segment of the same chromosome or with the corresponding segment of this homologous chromosome. So two things may occur in case of reverse tandem duplication: either that additional extra segment will try to fold back and pair with the same chromosome segment, or they may try to fold back and pair with the corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome of that another chromosome. And in both cases a crossing over will occur that will produce a dicentric chromosome, that means a chromosome having two centromere, which is likely to give rise to a bridge breakage fusion cycle. So in both of these cases, whether the extra chromosome fragment they fold back and they pair either with its same segment of that same chromosome, or if they try to pair with its homologous chromosome, in both of these cases a dicentric chromosome will be observed. By looking at the diagram, you can able to imagine what I am trying to say. A dicentric chromosome will be observed, and due to which it likely to gives rise to a phenomenon called bridge breakage fusion cycle, which is also called as BFB, bridge fusion breakage cycle. So I think you have able to understood what I am trying to say. Let us see the diagram now. If you see the diagram now, you can able to imagine what I am trying to say. This all chapter, that this unit 4 that is actually given, is all based on diagrammatic presentation. By only diagrammatic presentation, you don't need to see the notes. Okay, you can clarify your notes by looking at the diagram only. So what happened, these chromosomes are what, they are homologous chromosome. These two chromosomes are homologous chromosome, but if you see it clearly, you get this DCBA. What does it mean? It means this is a duplicated segment from this chromosome, but in the reverse orientation. And this type of duplication is called reverse tandem duplication. This type of duplication is called reverse, because it has been oriented in reverse order. Tandem, that means it is found right next after the normal segment. Reverse tandem duplication. So during reverse tandem duplication, you can see this extra chromosome segment. This extra chromosome segment that you can see, they may try to fold. They may try to fold and they may try to pair. This fragment may try to pair. How? Either with the same chromosome. Okay, you can see the second one having that extra chromosome fragment tandemly repeated, inversed, reversely repeated. So you can see here this feature. You can see that they try to pair with the additional segment of the same chromosome. So this was the ABCD. It has been repeated. Look from here, look from here, DCBA. You see it fold backs and try to pair with its same segment on that same chromosome from that homologous pair of chromosome. Previously it was this. This has been fold back here, fold back like this, and try to pair with its homologous segment from the same chromosome, D C B A. Okay, like this. Okay, so either this can occur, either this thing can occur, or what I have said, or I have said that it may bind, it may try to pair with the corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome. So this feature can occur. The second feature can occur is this: the by folding back on itself, it folds. This extra chromosome fragment is pairing with its corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome. So during reverse tandem duplication, the extra chromosome segment which has been tandemly located in the reverse orientation, they fold back and may try to pair with itself. They may try to pair with itself, that is, they may try to pair with the additional segment of the same chromosome, or they may try to pair with its corresponding segment with the homologous chromosome. And each of these case will leads to crossing over and produce a dicentric chromosome. So you can see a dicentric chromosome is being produced in both of these case. And after the dicentric, why we are saying dicentric? Because they are having two centromere. They are having two centromere are being observed here, one here also. And due to dicentric chromosome formation, it can result in formation of chromosomes having duplications or deletions. Okay, so let us see what it tries to say. So during anaphase, the sister chromatids will form a bridge where the centromere of one of the sister chromatids will be pulled in the direction of the dividing cell, while the centromere of the other will be pulled in the opposite direction. Being pulled in the opposite direction, there will be causing breakage between the two sister chromatids, and they will break apart from each other, but they will not necessarily occur at the site where they fuse. So during the formation of these dicentric chromosomes, during the formation of these dicentric chromosomes that are being shown here and here, what happened during the anaphase? As we know, the sister chromatids has to migrate to the opposite poles. And what happened breakage occurs, and breakage occurs in anywhere break can occurs, and this leads to the formation of such chromatids having deleted segment and or duplicated segment. Okay, this is your breakage bridge fusion cycle, what is all about. So let us try to explain the diagram in bit detail. So you can see that these are the two homologous chromosomes. These are the two homologous chromosome. One of the chromosomes from that homologous pair is having normal segment A, B, C, D, E, F, centromere GHI, whereas the another chromosome from that same homologous pair of chromosome is having terminal reverse tandem duplication. You can see at the terminal end there is a extra segment but oriented in the reverse order. Okay, just after the normal segment. So this type of duplication is called terminal reverse tandem duplication, and it is saying that if it is saying that in case of this reverse tandem duplication, the affected end of the duplicated chromosome, they may fold back. So this may fold back and may try to pair with its same segment of the same chromosome, or it may fold back and pair with its corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome. So that is saying here. So it is folding back, it has fold back the second chromosome and try to pair with its same segment within the same chromosome. It tries to fold back with the and tries to pair with the additional segment of the same chromosome, C A B B C C D D. Okay, or it may try to pair with its corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome. C, the corresponding segment of the homologous chromosome has been paired with this tandemly duplicated regions. And in both of these cases, whether this or this, okay, in both of these cases, what happened, crossing over occurs in the duplicated region. So you can see crossing over is being occurred in the duplicated regions, that leads to produce dicentric chromosome, and it's likely to give you a bridge breakage fusion cycle concept. Okay, so how bridge breakage fusion cycle is occurring, I have said theoretically in the previous little bit ago. Let us see. So let us see from the left hand side. So you can see here. So after this crossing over has occurred in this region, now you can see what chromosomes we can get, what type of chromosome we can get here. Okay, so the first chromosome is normal. The first chromosome is normal. The first chromosome is bit normal, having A B C D E F G H I. Okay, second chromosome is also normal because it is not involved in the crossing over. Okay, the third chromosome is having some duplicated regions, and that you can see here, from here. Okay, I'm marking D C, then crossing over occur, B A, then B C, D C B A, sorry, D C B A, then A B. So this is an acentric fragment that occurs. Again, I'm repeating, D C B A A B, again C D. So this is the third chromosome which is involved in crossing over, and that chromosome is acentric. So it is given here. Let's see, D C B A A B C D. So it is an acentric fragment, and this acentric fragment do not have any centromere, so it will be lost totally. It will lost during the meiosis or during cell division process. Okay, see the last one now. See the last one. Now. So I have said this one is eccentric one. Now comes the other part. Okay, let's come the other part. What is the other part is having? Let us see. GHI. IHG, then comes a centromere, FED, CBA, ABCDE, GHI. So this thing can occur. Let us see how it is being occurred. Okay. See from here the number 41 from here, GHI, that means IHJ. Okay, IHJ, then comes a centromere. Okay, EF. Okay, EF, EF, not EF, FE. I am writing from here to here. IHJ, centromere, FE. After FE, DC, then crossing over occur. BA, okay, BA, then again ABCD, then DEF from the above, DEF, then again centromere, then GHI. So now this fourth one is having two centromeres present. So again I'm repeating for you to see. So see, GHI, then comes a centromere, not GHI, IHJ, IHG, then centromere, then FE, then DC, then crossing over has occurred, BA, then AB, CD, D, E, F, again centromere, GHI. So we are having such dicentric chromosome. We are having such dicentric chromosome having two centromere. ठीक, okay. So I am not writing now here all of these things. Look at this, it will clarify your doubt. So these two dicentric chromosomes are one dicentric chromosome is being formed as a result of unequal crossing over between them. And during anaphase, what happened during anaphase, what will happen, breakage can occur in any one of these sites, either this or this or this, in any sites, and that leads to formation of such chromatids having either deleted segment or duplicated segment. So that's the thing that let's occur. Let us see the second example where pairing is occurring with the corresponding segment of the non of this homologous chromosome. So you can see this is the normal chromosome, and this has been involved in crossing over by the tandemly duplicated segment, right? And what region that we get, what are the things that we get, let us see. So the first one is normal, okay, no problem. So you can see the first one is normal. Okay, the second region is an eccentric as a result of unequal crossing over. Second region is eccentric. How it is eccentric? See, from this point crossing over has occurred, so the second chromosome will have A, B, CD, A, B, C, D. So no centromere is involved. So this chromosome will have no centromere. It eventually will be lost from the during the cell division process. Let us see. So you can see the second one is having only A, B, C, D, an eccentric chromosome. Okay. The third one, you see a dicentric chromosome has been occurred. A dicentric bridge has been occurred having two centromeres. Okay. IHG, FEDC, BA, just like the same one, the previous one, we get the dicentric chromosome, just like that. Let us see how it gets. Okay, 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 okay. Let us see. See, from here, IHG, this is the third one. IHG, centromere, the first centromere, FE, DCBA, AB, crossing over has occurred, BC, DEF, again one centromere, two centromere, GHI. So you can see two centromeres are involved and forms a dicentric bridge. And during anaphase, this dicentric bridge will be ruptured obviously, because the spindle fibers has to separate the chromosomes to the opposite poles to be equally distributed among the daughter cells, and the breakage can occur in any one place. That's, for example, I have shown the breakage here between E and D. Breakage can occur here also, due to the force. created during spindle fiber, um, due to the spindle fiber action, and thus we get this. The fourth one we get is like this: we get a reverse tandemly duplicated chromosome DCBA, ABCDEFGHI. This is the fourth one. This is the fourth one that we get, but it is a single, having a single centromere. So you see IHG centromere, DCBA, ABCD. So this is the fourth one, having one centromere, but there is a reverse tandemly duplicated segment present. So in each of these cases, as you can see, it results in two daughter cells having uneven chromatid, since the two resulting chromatids will lack the telomere. Two chromatids will lack telomere, and this bridge fusion cycle will be repeated and continue in the each subsequent cell division until those chromatids receives a telomere, usually from a different chromatid, through the process of translocation. So unless it receives a telomeric region, this process will continue. So it's a very dangerous thing. I have shown you a peculiar phenotype that leads to do this type of duplication, the bar-I phenotype. Okay. Now, at the end, what are the genetic effects of duplication? Well, the genetic effects of duplication, characteristically, I have shown you the bar-I phenotype, but there are also some other phenotypes as well. There are also some other phenotypes as well that has not been here shown in your BSc syllabus. Maybe if you do genetics in MSc or BSc honors in genetics, then you can able to go for those that unusual phenotypic changes that can occur. This is a common thing that I have shown to you. The genetic effects in general, duplication do not produce as drastic consequence as deletion. Well, we can see that during duplications, deletions are being occurred. That can result in unusual phenotype, a drastic phenotype, lethal effect can occur. But only duplication do not produce so much drastic effect in terms of phenotype and survival. Some duplication may have a distinct phenotype that we have seen in bar-I duplication in Drosophila, where the 16A region, more 16A region that codes for the bar-I leads to narrow slit-like eyes due to the reduction in the number of facets. Ohono, in 1970, Ohono has postulated that increase in DNA content per cell accompanying evolution and the origin of new genes with distinct functions are solely due to duplications. Ohono is actually an evolutionary scientist. He have postulated that if there is increase in the DNA content, there is a chance that mutation can occur in the duplicated DNA region in order for formation of new genes with having different distinct functions due to duplication. So duplications, actually what they are doing, they are supplying additional genetic material capable of evolving new functions. Because if you have a duplicate segment and if mutation occur in the duplicate segment, that leads to the formation of new genes which maybe have a beneficial characteristics that can lead to evolution. And this hypothesis is simply stated as follows. Let us see. Normally, an organism has only one copy of gene in its genome. Now, this gene cannot undergo modification, because if it undergo mutation, it will result in loss of its function, which would be deleterious to the organism. But suppose if duplications occur in that same chromosome fragment, it will provide that additional copies of gene which can be extensively modified through mutation, so that they may subsequently assume new function. So if there is an extra chromosome fragment, and if that extra chromosome fragment undergoes mutation, change in the base pair to form new functions, then there will be no problem. But sometimes drastic consequence it has not been shown such much of drastic consequence. Like for example, the bar eye phenotype is not so much drastic. It is only the reduction in the number of facets that leads to reduction in the eye color. Mutation in the duplicated locus can be tolerated by the organism since there remains one unaltered copy of the concerned gene in the genome. So if the duplicated regions is mutated, so what's the problem? Because we have already an unaltered copy of the concerned gene in the genome to perform its normal function. Thus, all new genes that have developed during evolution as well as owe to the origin to the gene duplication. So, duplication leads to evolution that has been shown. So, it's a good thing. Okay, and this was what they want to say. Some unusual phenotypes can be observed, like bar eye phenotype in Drosophila. Okay, so that was all for about duplication. It has already been 1 hour. Now I'm running out of time, so just study through this part that I have given. I have tried to say it in this lecture video. Go through it, study, and for query please answer in the my WhatsApp group, and just go through it. Okay.